Hey everyone, if you are looking for a neighborhood focused on good schools, community feel, neighborhood pool, all the activities related to families, close proximity to the lake, and even an amazing park just within a 2-minute drive, y'all, I have the neighborhood for you. I am talking about the Lake Ridge Estates neighborhood right here in Johnson City in Northeast Tennessee and the surrounding neighborhoods. And today we're gonna go through all the information to help you figure out if this is the best neighborhood for you to relocate to the area. So you're doing your home search and you really value high quality and high rated schools. You really value a community feel. Maybe that's the area you are moving from and this is a huge focus for you. And then neighborhood amenities like playgrounds and a pool are super high up on your list. Y'all, this is the neighborhood for you. Now, Lake Ridge Estates is right built around the school. It was built in the 1990s. Now there's also two other neighborhoods that feed into this school. That would be Willows Ridge and Duncan's Retreat. So we're going to talk about those neighborhoods too. But for all intents and purposes, they're all kind of encompassed around the area when I talk about these three neighborhoods. These homes, specifically the Lake Ridge Estates, have prices right around $550,000 to $650,000. So this is ideally for the relocating professional, someone who has kids that go to elementary school. This is great for you because it is built around there and you basically have a neighborhood full of your kids' peers and classmates. So I'm talking a lot about these neighborhoods, I'm hyping them up, but what I want you to know and what we're gonna cover is what people aren't gonna tell you about this neighborhood. That's what I'm here for. So while I've talked about Lake Ridge Estates and this part of Johnson City being ideal for the relocating family who is focused on neighborhood living, much like myself, I have 4 kids and getting my kids involved socially and being around other people is a focus for us. This neighborhood is not for someone who does not like living in a community, does not like a neighborhood, who doesn't like an HOA, and who wants land. You will not find any of those things in this neighborhood. So if that's you, still like and subscribe and comment, but go on to the next video about living in the county and the surrounding areas where you're gonna get a lot more land. So Lake Ridge Estates is one of those neighborhoods people move to, but rarely do they move from it. So the overall absolute key to this neighborhood being ideal for you is Lake Ridge Elementary School being right in the center of the neighborhood. Yes, I'm talking about the whole neighborhood is built around this elementary school. So you can walk your kids to school, you can drive a golf cart there, you can ride your bikes, everything that you would like to do relative to a school being in a neighborhood, this neighborhood will have that for you. So while the neighborhood is built around the school and there's a playground there, Winged Deer Park is also something I want to talk about. That park has a huge grass open field, a playground, boat access for all your boating needs. Even when the water recedes, you can kind of get out there and go around the shore. It has a really cool gazebo and a fishing pier somewhat area that you could go out there and do whatever you like with your fishing license. And something really cool is that there's an amphitheater that you can listen to concerts right there on the water. It is something amazing and it's only within a 2-minute drive of Lake Ridge Estates. And I briefly mentioned it before, but that park, Winged Deer Park, has 2 entry points to get into Boone Lake. So if you are very focused on fishing, boating lifestyle, there's no docks there, but you could put in and take out so that you can do everything you need to do for boating. So location-wise, it is going to check a lot of your boxes. But let's talk about the homes themselves and the characteristics and the price points. So most of these homes were built in the late 90s or the early 2000s, and they're going to be 2 stories. Sometimes there may be a basement there, but the neighborhood is a little bit rolling. Some lots are flat, while most of them are kind of what we would call a rolling slope. The exterior is going to be primarily either a brick, stone, vinyl combo. A lot of times people will say, hey, I want a neighborhood with mature trees. I don't want a new construction. And you can see conversely, and we've shared some other videos before of new construction neighborhoods where it's just flat, wide open. The sight lines are you and about 50 other neighbors. Well, this neighborhood is different. It's established. The landscape for most of the homes are very well maintained. And it is something where you could walk into, move into your home and say, wow, most of my neighbors are taking great care of their place. So let's talk pricing. There are 3 different levels of pricing in this neighborhood, and also Willow Springs and Duncan's Retreat. So entry level would be around the high 400s, low 500s. Primarily most of the homes are between 550 and 650. And then in some of the other neighborhoods, there are homes at the 750, 800, 900, and even over $1 million level. Depending on where you're coming from, what equity you have from the home you're selling, there are numerous different homes to meet your lifestyle requirements and something that you could truly feel like you're calling your own. And so while very few of these homes are brand new construction, most of these homes you are going to be paying for value in the established neighborhood around the school versus just new construction. So we briefly mentioned there is an HOA. And what do you get with the HOA? There are plenty of sidewalks for you to walk, run, bike, move, everything you can think of to get outside. The community feel is absolutely top-notch, top level. In the fall around Halloween, we are talking 600, 800 plus kids are coming to this neighborhood and absolutely having a blast. And also included in your HOA dues is a pool that you have access to. So if community living with a family feel is what you're focused on, I really think this is a neighborhood you should check out, because this is one of those few neighborhoods where you really feel like your neighbors are your family. Okay, so I've talked a lot about how great the neighborhood is. So let's talk about why this neighborhood may not be for you. Overall, age of homes. Now, if a new construction home is what you're looking for, or a home that's very well updated and renovated, you're not gonna find that here primarily. Some of these homes have not been updated at all in the past 10 years because what they are really focused on is the community living, not so much spending money on kitchens and bathroom remodels or something like that. So that is something you need to answer. Is the style of home on the inside more important to me than being in this neighborhood? Traffic. You are buying a home around a school, so we have to remember during school hours, you're in a school zone, there's a lot of congestion, so that has to be taken into account when you're focusing on if this is the right place for you. And lastly, if we're gonna figure out if this is the right place for you, the density. This is a neighborhood feel. The developers of this neighborhood focus on trying to get as many homes around the school as possible. If you're looking for somewhere where someone is not going to notice you, this may not be the neighborhood for you because your home is right next to someone else's. So maybe some of these 3 things are not going to be deal breakers for you, but they are things you need to know, and they're things I want to bring forth to let you know so you can figure out if this is the neighborhood for you. So in my opinion, Lake Ridge is one of those neighborhoods where homes hit the market and go under contract very quickly. So it is something, if you're focused on, it needs to be true clarity so that when something hits, you are ready to go. The real determining factor for you if you're relocating to the area is this neighborhood. Is it better or worse, or does it fit better or not into your box as far as what you're looking for? New construction neighborhoods are gonna offer you something that every system is brand new. This neighborhood is gonna offer you something where the community feel is way better than what you're used to. So if you are thinking about relocating to the area and this neighborhood has sparked your interest, reach out. Let's figure out if this neighborhood is right for you or if there's another one that better suits your needs. The first step is helping you get clarity on what you want, and then I help you figure out where we could find that in the Northeast Tennessee area. How do we start that? Reach out to me directly. Call, text, or email, and I will be happy to connect with you. We'll set up a Zoom or a phone call, and we will get you a plan to buy something amazing out here in Northeast Tennessee. And make sure to like and subscribe our video, because each week we are putting out content about Northeast Tennessee to help you figure out what area is best for your relocation.